There is nothing I love more than talking about really, really dumb PlayStation things, so let's talk about really, really dumb PlayStation things. More specifically, this article by Andy Robinson from VGC, Sackboy vanishes from PlayStation's intro, causing fans to worry for Little Big Planet's future. And let's take this one step further. Let's get a little bit crazy with it. Is it possible that PlayStation is trying to erase Sackboy from gaming history in every way, shape, or form? Now, you might be thinking, that sounds absolutely stupid. That sounds absolutely incredibly dumb. Why on earth would you ever suggest that? Why on earth would you ever think that? To which I would say, you clicked on my video, I said I was going to talk about something really, really dumb and stupid, so let's talk about something really, really dumb and stupid. Basically, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of trying to explain how PlayStation could absolutely delete, not even delete, just make people forget that Sackboy ever existed and make him, like, part of the annals of history that nobody will ever talk about. Because keeping in mind, Sackboy had a handful of games: Little Big Planet, Little Big Planet 2, Little Big Planet 3, Little Big Planet Karting, Little Big Planet Vita, and lest we forget, Sackboy A Big Adventure. Now, keeping in mind that all of these games came out, well, with the exception of Sackboy, all of these other games came out on PS3 and PS4 and most likely are not going to be getting any more support, because keeping in mind that I think all of these games that have online support have had their servers shut down. So Little Big Planet can't get the online trophies anymore, server shut down. Same with LBP2. Now LBP3 on the other hand, that was shut down, but I think LBP3 was on both PS3 and 4, or maybe it was just on 4. But Sackboy, A Big Adventure, was the only one that was on PS4 and 5. So with that being said, if they remove Sackboy from the opening of, or the PlayStation intro that they do for their movies and games, because this actually came from, if I remember correctly, the Until Dawn movie, I think. Yeah, here we go. So basically, Until Dawn movie has removed Sackboy from its cast of characters, comparing to previous things featured before movies like 2023's Gran Turismo, which did include the character. Now, let's take it a step further. If they stop making games and they leave the games in the past and then slowly remove the character from their marketing materials, from their blurbs and things like that, I could absolutely see them never making another Little Big Planet ever again. Because let's think about it for ourselves. Was Little Big Planet actually ever successful? Was it actually ever doing well enough that it made money? Because I love the idea of play, create, share. When that was a thing back in the PS3 era, they were doing that with Little Big Planet. They were doing that with games like, and this is going to be a real throwback to people who play PlayStation games, Mod Nation Races of all things. Because we only got 2 Mod Nation games. Mod Nation Races, which came out on PS3 and PSP, and then we had Mod Nation Races Road Trip, which came out on the Vita. But beyond that, I don't think we ever got any more Mod Nation after that, which was a cool idea. You could create your character, you can create your car, you can create your own tracks. Same idea with Little Big Planet. You can dress up your Sackboy however you like, you can create your levels and get real creative with it. Little Big Planet Karting could also be seen in a fairly similar light. But the whole and lest we forget, creating actual levels in crap, I forgot what it was called. It was an Infamous game. Infamous Festival of Blood, if I remember correctly, also had a very, very similar idea going along with it. Anyway, besides the point. So I do think that because the Little Big Planet games weren't particularly popular back then, and largely is not going to be thought of all that much moving forward, fans of the series are basically going to be just that. I feel like they're just going to be fans of the series for a franchise that was long left behind, possibly. I mean, let's be real, it's not like we're going to be getting a new Resistance game anytime soon. I don't think we're going to be getting another another Killzone anytime soon. Heaven forfend that we get another Ape Escape anytime soon. So I think it's probably fair to say that, hey, you know what, maybe this might not be as crazy as I think it is, and that Sackboy not isn't going to be left to the past so much as we might just not see any more Little Big Planet or Sackboy titles moving forward, similar to like older PlayStation franchises that we now more yearn for than ever before, because we missed the PlayStation of the past, and that new games don't do what old games did before. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of missing something here. But basically, here's the images comparing and contrasting. So if we zoom in, so we've got Astro, we've got Sackboy on the right here, we've got, I think that's Aloy, I think that's Sweet Tooth there, we've got Nathan Drake, we've got Clank. I'm struggling to see who's that on the left, but then when I go down a bit, instead of Sackboy, we've got, I still love how they have Sweet Tooth here. They haven't released a single goddamn, what's it called? Twisted Metal game. Like an original Twisted Metal has not come out since 2011 with Twisted Metal PS3, but I digress. But yeah, we do have, Ratchet here, and no, actually Ratchet is here. Actually, you know what, Ratchet was moved a little bit to the right to make it seem like you're not missing anything when you don't see Sackboy. But yeah, so Radic says, normal functioning member of society seeing the PlayStation Productions intro before the movie. Me. Oh, they chose a psycho. Yeah, he's definitely going to be an Until Dawn rep in PlayStation All Stars 2. Guys, oh, I forgot. That's right. Sackboy was also in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. That's crazy. But yeah, that being said, Media Molecule is... who knows how much longer they're going to be around for. Because keeping in mind that like Dreams has been discontinued for its live support and stuff like that. Who knows what they're working on next. We haven't actually heard from them in quite some time, and Dreams came out a while ago, so I do kind of worry for Media Molecule in equal capacity, because yeah, this paragraph here basically kind of sums up what I've kind of been thinking about. Sony indefinitely shut down the online service for LBP3 or Little Big Planet 3 last year, keeping in mind that they already shut down 2, 1, Vita, Card, and all the rest of it. After it claimed it had temporarily taken the game offline while they resolved technical issues. Later the same year, they announced that Little Big Planet 3 and Little Big Planet DLC were being removed from the PlayStation Store. Sony owed Little Big Planet creator Media Molecule wrote on X at the time, Little Big Planet shaped us as a studio and remains an important part of who we are. We are and I can't read. We are and always will be forever grateful for it and the incredible community that it had inspired. Man, I wish I could be as positive as these guys at Media Molecule, but I digress. With all of that being said, however, let me know what you guys think about all of this news, or well, not all of this news, this like really dumb piece of news about Sackboy Erasure, because Sackboy isn't going to be erased. Sackboy will continue to exist in the memory of those that continue to live and who were fans of the series this whole time. It's like those of us who won't stop talking about franchises like Ape Escape, Onimusha, Everybody's Golf, and whatever have you. As long as we keep pushing for it, we'll hopefully eventually get something. Even if we never get anything ever again, we can at least make our own games. If we're not all that lazy, which I for sure absolutely am. But with all that being said, however, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And watching till the end of the video is the best thing that you can do to help support the channel. So with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.